ago. Do you have a sister? Yes, Nella. She's in the chapel, praying for my mother's soul. His eyes filled again. That's where I was when my dad called me and said he needed me. I didn't want to come. There didn't seem much I could do, and I felt helpless. I never liked to go to church, but my mother taught me that prayers help. I felt like maybe I was doing something in that chapel, that maybe she could hear me. Stupid, huh? She shook her head. I don't think so. Elena always told me that when you couldn't trust anyone else, that you should pray. Elena? You said Eve. No, my friend, Elena. She died. Seems like everyone is dying, he said thickly. Did it help you to go to church, like it did me? I haven't been able to do that yet. You ought to try it. It can't hurt. Maybe later. That's what I thought when my mom died. All the things I was going to do and say. Sometimes I wasn't even nice to her. It's bad to put off things. He suddenly jumped to his feet. Come on, let's go to the chapel. Neither of us is doing any good sitting on this bench. Who knows how long it's going to take for them to pay those bloodsuckers? What? Cara's eyes widened in surprise. I can't leave now. Sure you can. He pulled her to her feet. The chapel's only 3 floors up. You can call down to say where you're going when we get there. What about your father? He didn't really need me, or he wouldn't have parked me on this bench and left me to twiddle my thumbs. He was gazing down at her, his dark eyes glittering, his voice soft, persuasive. Come on. Nella will like for you to be there. I'm just a guy, and she's missing Mom so bad. I don't know if I... Cara? Joe was standing in the doorway. And who is this? His soft voice had a definite edge. The boy smiled politely. Kevin Roper, sir. He dropped Cara's hand and turned away. I guess you won't want to go to the chapel now. He was heading toward the elevator. It was nice to meet you, Cara. Goodbye, Kevin. Tell your sister I'm so sorry. I'll do that. He got on the elevator. She would have liked to meet you. He nodded at Joe and Cara as the door started to slide shut. Hope all goes well for Eve. Joe was still staring at the door as the elevator started down. It sounds as if you two had a cozy chat. His mom just died. And you were going to the chapel with him? No. Yes. I don't know. I thought it might not... She made a face. I was confused. And this Kevin Roper is very persuasive. I caught that from the body language the minute I walked out of the office. He'd been in the chapel today with his sister, Nella, praying for his mother's soul. He said his sister needed someone to... And you were in pain and could sympathize. He was taking out his phone as he spoke. You say he was in the chapel today? Yes. He dialed quickly, then was speaking into the phone. Connect me to the chapel. He waited, and then spoke again. I need to talk to Nella Roper. Is she there? Yes, I'll wait. He covered the phone and spoke to Cara. It's a social service volunteer. Everyone has to sign in when they arrive. She's checking. He went back to his conversation. No? What about her brother, Kevin? They were supposed to both be there earlier today. Not at all? Thank you. Sorry to bother you. He hung up. And I would bet that Roper had no mother who died in this hospital. At least, not recently. Lies, she whispered. Very beautifully executed lies. A handsome young boy who had lost his mother sits down beside a grieving young girl who needs someone near her own age who might understand what she's going through. Very clever. Why would he want me to go to the chapel? I don't... She stopped. He took the elevator down, not up. He told me the chapel was 3 flights up. He wasn't going to the chapel, was he?